Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Well, it is a quiet and peaceful evening along this road outside of Monument, Oregon. It's actually Thanksgiving, and well, we're starting this trip looking for zeolites. These things right back here. Well, this is basalt right back here, but there's zeolites in it. Let's flip you around and look at some zeolites. So there's like 1 million zeolites here. Of all kinds, zeolites being the tiny little dots that you see right here. There's seams, there's all kinds of stuff. So the goal is to collect an assortment here, and we will take them back to the shop, and we'll do some photography and look at them under the microscope, try to determine what it is we have here, because we have a couple of, well, here, maybe you can see it a little better. On this other side of the road, the material certainly changes. It's us parked down there. But yeah, there's a lot to look at here, so we're just going to kind of grab what we can grab. There's even just a plethora sitting here on the ground. Yes, I mean, well... Interesting. And that looks like there might be some common opal in some of this, but whatever. Freshies. I don't think we probably need a whole lot. We're probably just going to kind of go through and collect some of this stuff. But let's look at these seams here. Yeah, let me zoom in on that. I'll try to get a little bit of that, see what we have here, you know. Well, whatever it is, it's very, very fragile. I almost think that might be calcite. It looked like there is some other seams like that, you know, whatever that is. Very cool. Figure out what this stuff is. We're going to collect a couple of these. We need to show up, zoom pan up there and can look at that. Yeah, these pieces just sitting. They're just sitting on the side of the road, whatever it is. And then, yeah, not bad. It's always fun to have something to try to identify, you know. Yeah, somebody just left this. Yeah.
I don't know where it came out of.
Here, why don't you take these? We're going to take a photo of whatever this is, and we'll pry it out. Look at that. Let's see if we can get this thing out. Oh, hey. Collect this. Probably be almost good here. I mean, things being so abundant and all. We'll probably walk the other side, though. You never know. This kind of material can change incredibly quickly. I haven't a clue. That's kind of the fun part of this, though, right? Like, you get to drive around and see new things and figure out what you might have here. Yeah, we really kind of tapered out a little bit out of some of the zeolites. So here's that vug, and you can see in about 10 minutes I filled half my bucket. A radial pattern in that thing's gorgeous. Since we're losing sunlight, we got to get to our campsite for the evening. But these zeolites, they seem pretty well formed, enough to survive a car ride on gravel. And then back at the campsite, we can look at them all. We'll get them all nice and wrapped up. So back behind me, back there, maybe you can see it. That is the John Day River. There's a BLM campsite here, and that's where we're spending the night. New rooftop tent, which is awesome. It's our inaugural run. Hopefully it goes well. And I do have a couple of videos up about our different setups that we've used, and we've shown some of it in the Utah videos as well. But now that we have this thing, we can try that out. And then, as you can see, there's also the awning, which you guys have seen before, but it makes for a nice, quick setup. But let's go look at the river real quick before the sun goes down. So this is the John Day, and there are agates, but we're probably not going to find any agates at this BLM campground. And then you kind of see the sun's dipping. It's 4:30, end of November, and it's probably going to be dark at 5:30. Yeah, 5:30 it'll be dark out here. But we did see on some of this gray rock here, which is basalt, some of the zeolites. Now, we'll probably have to poke at them tomorrow morning, but it should be good. There's plenty to poke at. And then we have a couple more road cuts that we're going to go up and look at as well. Be a nice spot come summer. Not so much right now. Well, good morning from the John Day River. Last night was good. Good in the new rooftop tent. It is unseasonably warm for November. It got down to like 40 last night, and it rained a little bit. But we have good light now. Let's go look at some zeolites in the cobbled, river-tumbled basalt down here on the John Day. Yeah, that is definitely zeolite. Hey, spider. I think I'll take that because that could be kind of neat on the inside. Give this little break here. Yeah, we got lots of things to look at there. Maybe we'll just take this one piece. So this part of the John Day, we're actually downstream from that road cut outside of Monument. And the basalt flows, well, it's everything. So logic does dictate that you're going to be able to find zeolites in some of the basalt out here. And then also you can see maybe some of these more brightly colored rocks out here. That's just jasper. There's kind of jaspers all throughout here, like little pieces. There are agates out here in the John Day, but this being kind of close to a place where you can camp, I would assume that it's picked heavily at this time of year. Maybe come spring, but sure is pretty. Look at this out here. All right, well, we got more road cuts to visit. We better load up and get at it. Okay, so behind me right here. Now, this is a road cut that has been on my radar for a while. Okay, we are about 20 miles away from Spray in the Umatilla National Forest. This road cut is by Burnt Cabin Creek. I feel like I'm going to screw that up at some point. Wait till you see what's in this road cut, and then there might also be some cool stuff down the hill. This road cut was first discovered, well, by the people that made it, I guess. But Al McGinnis in 1960 came out here and was like, oh my gosh, zeolites. And there's some pretty big vugs. You can see, look at that right there. And then as we get up into here, we can see more. You gotta be able to climb, I guess. You gotta be able to climb. But yeah, I mean, like that right there, that's cool. Very cool stuff all throughout here.
Let's say 3 to 6 or 3 to 15 centimeters common, up to a meter found or something.
Yeah, so like look at that big piece right up there. You can see that big kind of vug up there. But just in general, there's going to be a lot here. We can see we got a seam running through this. We have that right there. You know, you can see that compared to my finger. Good stuff for sure. I'm going to do some chiseling. There were some really big boulders here, I guess. And because of how great they were, well, they just took the whole boulders. I don't know, if I could pick up a boulder with all of this in it, I probably would too. Yeah, it's just strewn about through the whole cut.
That's cool.
I need a rope, and I need a harness.
It's so like square in there.
Yeah.
And cubic.
That's a nice piece. Let's put that one in the bucket. I might do some chiseling here.
I said there's calcite and zeolite. How do you know which is which?
I think microscope. Since I'm still kind of new to the world of zeolites, they are difficult for me to just like eyeball and try to make a positive identification. So taking it back home and putting it under the microscope is what I need to do. Yeah, some of the stuff that's on the road is just really fragile. So I just broke this off, and you can see there's these like little tiny crystals in there. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna probably just break some rocks, see what I can come up with here.
Got that one. It's
oh, cool.
Like a ball.
Yeah. Keep it. Let's put it in the bucket. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh, wow. Yeah, a lot of fresh stuff in there. Beauty. Might break this down in size a little bit. It's pretty fragile stuff, so even just a little whack with the hammer. Yeah. Love it. So we're probably 100 yards from where we were just at. And you can see all throughout here we have zeolite coming through all of this. And it's interesting because when you tap on the rock, it's very like hollow sound. I don't know if that's being picked up on camera, but yeah. I mean, if you just kind of pan out now and you see like all this little white bits, these are all zeolites. So it doesn't take much to just pull it off with your hands and find pieces just like that right there, which is kind of cool. And I mean, like, look at that, right? So I think some of this we might just have to fill a bucket with some stuff and just break it at home. That'll probably be the safest way of transporting it. Like,
some of it's so fragile, but I mean, we found some in the river, so clearly it's not.
Yeah.
Clearly it's not actually.
So zeolites in general, when you see them in their needle structure, it will be very fragile. But across the board, zeolites are pretty durable as far as a mineral goes. So that. Who needs a rock hammer? You just pull it off. Yeah, I mean, all of this is just kind of crumbling away, so maybe it won't make for the best zeolites, but yeah, I mean, there's like some little ones in here. Cool. Let's gather some specimens and let's look at what's on the other side of the road. So right here, you know, we're just a couple feet away from the road, but like clearly this is. I think that could even clean up and be a nice specimen. Looks like there's a piece right next to it as well.
It's bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to look good cleaned up. I'm just going to leave the dirt and mud on these because all the additional packing that I can get. Yeah, so on the opposite side of the road, you can see all the boulders that got thrown down here by the crews. We're probably going to walk back to the vehicle, send up the drone, and check out some of these boulders down here. While I was flying the drone, Sarah went down the hill. She found this piece, which I think that's nice enough to require getting wrapped in foil. And also that, which is a good piece. But yeah, let's head down the hill and see what's there. I think the drone footage came out nicely. Yeah, you can certainly scurry down this. Maybe you can see through the trees there. There's a little line. That's a dirt road, which we're going to probably try to follow that out, see if it's any better. But following Sarah's path here is probably the best. Yeah, this has really turned into quite the destination road cut. Yeah, look at this right in here. Wow. Can I just pull this off with my hand? Yeah, look at all of this. Very nice. I mean, yeah. I think I might have to take a chunk off of that. And then we got to start to be selective, I think. What do you...
Yeah, I mean, you take a lot of chunks down here.
Yeah, like look at that right there, that vug. I mean, this whole thing, like... Okay, here we go. Very cool. Look at that. That's such a nice piece. Yeah. That's like a beautiful little specimen.
I don't know, but is all this white stuff is just going to get home and be like, oh, it's just calcite?
I don't think this is not going to be calcite. But yeah, that boulder right there. All the boulders. Yeah, this might be better than an actual road cut.
There's little needles in there. I don't know if that's zeolite or like a lichen.
I'd liken to know more.
Yes.
Huh? Yeah, look at this one. Well, I don't know if I risk trying to break it off. Look at that. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's huge, yeah. I don't know if you try to break that off.
No, that's a foolish thing. Taking it home though. Yeah, like we have a lot of big pieces here. Like look at some of these vugs. Very cool. Oh, that's some big pieces in here. Well, I feel like we have enough. I mean, I don't want to just keep collecting for the sake of collecting. I mean, that seems...
Well, how are you thinking you're going to make it back up? Up is easier than down.
I think we got plenty to investigate. We got too much to go home and take photos of. We do have some other locations that we plan on going to out here, other road cuts in the area. But after seeing this, after seeing all of this road cut, this downslope, I feel like this is the Zeolite destination. So unless we find something extra cool, which you never know, we're going to try to walk this road back out and up into the vehicle, and we're going to look at some of the stuff cleaned up in the shop. Hopefully, I will have some high quality microscope photos to share with you, along with some positive identifications. Hey, Sarah, what do you think of the spot?
It's good. It's better than... It's not really just a road cut.
It's certainly more of I think it's a destination rockhounding spot.
I mean, just even if it was just the road cut itself is so big.
Yeah.
Like most road cuts are so much smaller than that, and this and everything. Yeah, it's a good spot.
Good spot. Very good spot. I don't know if I'd want to come out here on like a hot July Saturday. I feel like with all of the outdoor activities that you'd have out here, there's gonna be more road traffic. But if you can get everything right down here off the hillside, away from the road. So bonus there. All right, see you back at the shop. Yeah, real quick, being down here on this road, this might actually be better than the road cut. Like, you have all these boulders. Sarah was just saying that it would be shade out here in the summer. I mean, this is pretty good. I mean, when you look at what we just found in the little hillside here, you could spend some time pounding rocks for sure.
It'd be a little more of a scramble versus standing on a road cut and like clinking away at arms level. You kind of got to go up the...
Like infinitely more safe though.
I don't know if it's infinitely.
No traffic?
You could fall.
That's true. Don't fall.
Slippery.
Back in the shop now. It's been several days because that's how long it's taken me to process all of the different material that we collected both at the Monument Road Cut, the John Day River, and the Burnt Cabin Creek Road Cut, and then, I don't know, the slope going down the road cut. I will say that everything that we found is pretty good. Some of which I think the photos of it were exceptional. But let's start off on the low note. We did... at all of the locations, well here, let's do this. At all of the locations, we did find a decent amount of calcite, what ended up being calcite once I got it home and got it all cleaned up and all of that. And it's pretty scraggly stuff, like, you know, like, it is what it is. It's gonna probably make its way back into the dump pile. We did find a couple of pieces of calcite that are, well, what I'm going to say, better than most. I think they're quite nice. And they have a decent amount of phosphorescence. So, the lights. Is the excited electrons dropping back down into their non-excited orbits. Which is kind of cool. I of course like things like that. I mean, not all calcite will do that, and out of everything that we found, these were the only two pieces that do that. So we'll probably be saving these. And the light that I was using for that is a 365 nanometer UV light filtered from uvBeast, like an $80 UV light. So it's on the shorter end of the long wave. I do have some videos up on that subject of UV lights. If you're interested, go check them out. I'll drop some links up there and down yonder. The material from Monument. Of course, I feel like we've got a couple of really decent pieces. That right there. That's so big that you don't even really need a microscopic photo. The Naturalite. But you can see that bladed fanned out needles all compressed into that little vug. Very, very nice piece, which I think that's going to be a keeper. There were a couple of okay specimens that were collected at the roadcut. Now, granted, we didn't spend a lot of time, okay? We didn't spend a lot of time. The sun was going down. We knew we had to get to the other roadcut. We had to go find a place to sleep. But Kabazite and analcime. Is that right? Check the good book back here as I learn these things. Yeah, analcime was somewhat prolific there at that location, and it's of course cool to see these photos and be able to go through the book and identify it. I mean, as hopefully you're aware, the world of zeolites is both complex and I'm learning. So we're learning together. However, now the piece from the John Day River that we broke in half, this piece right here had some exceptionally good pockets of zeolite in it, and the photos came out incredible. Well, look at some of these here. These photos, right, they take a long time to produce, right? It's both a process of using the microscope, finding them. I produce image stacks. Things have to get trimmed and cropped and edited and adjusted and all of that. So this photo is higher quality than what my eyeball sees at these levels of magnification, which these photos are between 60 and 80 power magnification. I didn't keep track of it. But a lot of the vugs that you're looking at are anywhere between 1 and 3 millimeters across, and just the depth in this stuff is incredible. There's that one rock, right? I'm absolutely going back to that location on the John Day River next year, and we'll do some zeolite smashing, and we're going to do some agate hunting on the John Day. It was a great way to wet my whistle on this. Like, after seeing that, I'm like, there's more. I know it, but yeah, I mean, and a combination of being able to follow in Rudy's footsteps, learn these things. I mean, this book has been indispensable in my learning about zeolites. And although it is a very expensive book to have, there is a free PDF of it floating around out there on the internet. Now, we have, let's look at some pieces that we collected at the Burnt Cabin Creek. I mean, you can just see right there, like, the beauty in that, those pockets. Almost all of these are analcime, and very beautiful specimen. Now, this piece being kind of on the bigger side, I don't know, I might keep it whole like that. We have some fracturing going on the back side, but I think this one will stay like that. Some beautiful examples of the Kabazite. Some I can't even speak today. Naturalite needles. I mean, absolutely gorgeous specimen. Now this one right here, I thought that was going to be something extra cool. Actually, those little balls, which I was kind of thinking would be Thompsonite, they're actually not. They are just incredibly dirty little clusters of the Natrolite. So, what are you gonna do, right? Is what it is. But I'll show you something kind of cool in the book here. There are all kinds of instructions in this book on cleaning zeolites. Every single thing in here has cleaning instructions, which we'll be going through some of that in the future, which would be really cool. We did find some Thompsonite, which these vugs here are superb, in my opinion. I think they are just absolutely fantastic to look at. To see little kabazite cubes, those pseudo-cubic structures, what are they, rhombohedral little cubes. Just beautiful to see. I mean, just all of it is quite beautiful to see. So, finally, the big piece, the chunky guy. This piece of kabazite, that right there, it is a little weathered. So, having cleaned it all up, I'm like, yeah, it is cool. But what I might do is I might knock this back piece off and see how that goes, because it is a little bit of a chunky piece of basalt. So, and that's where we stand with it. Learned a lot at these locations. High-res photos of everything that you've seen here will be available on the website. Please go check that out. I know this is a long video, but for those out there that are interested in the world of zeolites, I think this will be very helpful. Both you get to learn from my ignorance, my inability to pronounce things, and, well, that. And I get to learn from you as well. So thank you so much for being part of the channel, watching my videos. All right, everybody. Y'all take care now.